Hello, Mario here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever you do. A new short video of me about what I have done the last 2 months. It was pretty quiet on my YouTube channel because I've been working on my website. The website has been updated with lots of new articles on specific sites. We apply our method to specific sites and research them, how they relate to the poles 1 to 5. And I will show you here. The website consists of several menus, a method, and I explain under the method how our method works in general, and then ancient history, generic articles, dating of ancient monuments, purpose of ancient monuments, specific videos, and scientific papers. I only have currently one scientific paper. Then earth science, very interesting article about earth crust deformations. Why is Greenland covered in ice? Is climate change really caused by CO2? The younger dry ice impact hypothesis and the growing earth model. And then new on our website is the part for our patrons, and it will be expanded with new topics, but currently there's pole 5 monuments, pole 4 monuments, 3, 2 and 1. And when you open one of the articles, you will see a short explanation and then a long list of monuments that are oriented to pole 5, and we research in depth the specifics of these sites. For example, Aindara temple is interesting because it appears to be very ancient and contains a large footprint. So this article explains it, but you must be a patron to read this because our patrons have passwords to enter these sites. So when I open one, you will see this password, and so you can go to my Patreon page to receive passwords. Bonampak and Pomak Forests is our latest article. Ramesseum. It's all very interesting, and there are a lot of sites to do still. But to be busy with only this work and doing nothing else is, I think, not good. So I change topics. I continue the video series about pole shifts and ice ages. I continue with this because it is I find it very interesting, but I know you find it interesting as well. I still don't have a very large audience, but I think it has to do with a typical topic. It's not for the large masses, and it's okay. The next video will be about triangulation, how this works. Perhaps important to know is that we discovered that the Hawaiian island chain basically follows the rhythm of our 5 poles. So that means that this island chain, these 5 islands, there are more islands, but 5 main islands are much younger than geology has noticed. So expansion is one of the main reasons why the pole migrates. And that, of course, in combination of a high eccentric orbit of the Earth around the Sun. There are different forces at play, and it makes it difficult to analyze or to isolate one by one because they all influence each other and they are combined. And from combined patterns, it's always difficult to isolate one specific force because combinations are always difficult. This is the reason why I believe it is important to know that the Earth expands over such a short period of time. What happens when expansion and pole shifts are totally neglected by geologists? That has consequences for the reliability of magnetical patterns, the so-called magnetic pole shifts, pole flips, This has consequences for the isochrones of the ocean floor and the timing and the age of these patterns on the ocean floor. This means that it has consequences for everything geology has done. So it is a sort of domino effect that everything falls apart. If the Earth has really expanded over such a short period of time, and short is between a few million years up to 150 million years, because the data and the timing is not sure at all. It can be as long as the isochrones suggest, but our data shows that the island chain, the Hawaiian island chain, is younger because they relate to the crustal deformations, so that suggests that expansion could be much younger. And another thing, if we follow, and this might be difficult for some people, if we follow the official aging geology suggests for this Hawaiian island chain, if we project this on the isochrones of the ocean floor, it is also data from the same geology. These timings do not fit, so there is something wrong in this data. That should be clear to everyone, but it's not perhaps easy to understand, but okay. It has consequences for either the timing of the Hawaiian island chain or the isochrones. And we suggest that the Hawaiian island chain follows our 5 poles, so that means that the isochrones might be much younger as well. So that means that expansion might be much younger. It is maybe good to tell a little bit more about how an island chain, a volcanic island chain, arises. When the crust is stable and steady, the hot spot underneath the crust can push a hole in the crust. That is what we call a volcano. And when the crust starts to deform, the crust moves over this hot spot, and the hot spot gets no chance to push a hole in the crust because the crust constantly moves. And that is why we find a volcanic island chain. And this is what we found in our research, that the rhythm of the poles 1 to 5 is approximately the same as the rhythm of the Hawaiian island chain, the volcanic island chain. So that means with a large probability, a large certainty, that the age of the Hawaiian island chain, the official age, is wrong. They probably, most probably, relate to the poles that we have discovered, the 5 poles that we have discovered. And that means that Hawaii itself is around 26,000 years old. You can go to my Patreon page and become a member of our exclusive group of people who have access to more information. I think this is enough for today, and thank you very much for listening. I will be happy to see you back on the channel, and of course as a patron and on the website. Thank you, and I wish you a very happy day. Bye bye.